Janice, I'll come down. I'm gonna need a mic for Tony. Need an extra mic. Tony on his way.
Hi, gentlemen and lady.
Okay, bye.
That's Lennox.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Well, send me in and then you'll go for the mic. Tony on the chair.
This is a paid political program on M104.7 FM.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning. We are coming to you live from 104.7 studios. Good morning to all the loyal listeners to 104.7. Good morning to all the PEP members following us on social media. Good morning to all of the public of Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning. We are going to be dealing with a lot of issues today that we started this morning on TV6. Believe it or not, this has been a long media day for us. I'm joined in studio this morning by PEP PRO Janice Leamon Creaky.
Good morning to our listeners. Good morning. And thank you for tuning in.
As usual, we'll be taking your calls 628-9595, 628-3131. Don't start a call now. We will tell you when to call. To the people watching us, following us on social media, you will notice that the camera angle is different. I have none of the equipment. Damn it, I left the iPad in the car. So anyway, we will be dealing with issues today, and some of them, I guess, before we get into the other things, I want to see what Janice had in mind to discuss today, what she wanted to bring into the public conversation.
Well, opening the papers this morning, I saw where the Prime Minister is talking about providing land and homes to the ex-Petrotrin workers. And of course, they're not...
Free of charge?
No, it's not, because they're talking about using the TTMF for people to go and get loans and to be paying the relevant interest rates. But
So unemployed workers?
yes.
So unemployed
yes,
workers will be given mortgages
Yes.
by Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage
Yeah.
Finance?
Yes.
That doesn't seem to be normal lending criteria. I think the first criteria should be that you should have an income.
Correct. There should be an attempt to
So
try
what
and-
are they building this whole pie in the sky on?
Well, that's a very good question, because that's the same question I asked this morning. How do they expect people who are unemployed to be paying for the mortgage for these homes or the land?
So is this a way to get people to pay down on houses and then take back the money because the unemployed cannot continue to pay the mortgage, so they come and they repossess it? Or they tell them, we will keep waiving the debt that you owe to the state because we will pretend state dollars and PNM dollars and political dollars is the same dollars. And as long as you continue to maintain your PNM Balize party card, and as long as you continue to vote PNM, you will continue to live in state property rent-free.
No, well...
And Janice,
yes.
that is the textbook definition of misbehavior in public office.
Well, there's also an article that speaks to the PM also indicating that if you don't pay your rent or mortgage, we're taking back the house.
I think that is a shot across the bow up to the people who did the UNC did the same thing too. And both the PNM and the UNC played this game. Rudal Monilal shared out a lot of HDC houses to UNC voters under the same premise.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody in Trinidad and Tobago asks for an audit
Right.
of how many properties we own, because it belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
It is
all
an
money spent.
but it's an asset of the
Of the
people
country,
of Trinidad and
yes.
Tobago.
Correct.
And the people of Trinidad and Tobago supposed to know how many. There's a mic jack here. They're supposed to know how many houses we own, who is it rented to, for how much, and if they're in arrears.
Correct.
But a progressive empowerment party government will level that whole playfield. And we telling Trinidad and Tobago, plain as day, that the HDC, whose sole purpose is to enrich PNM and UNC financiers, building cheap house for expensive money and jamming the people like Greenvale, like John Rahal, who took Caroni land, a floodplain for the Caroni River, built houses and sold it to the state, that the PNM and the UNC worked in tandem. They play games and stunt for you in the parliament, you know, about who do this and who do that.
Yes.
We see no distinction. We see no distinction between two sides of that corrupt coin, the PNM and the UNC. And we, the Progressive Empowerment Party, tells Trinidad and Tobago straight and plain, we will shut down the HDC and we will audit it. A forensic audit back to the days of the National Housing Authority. To the people who are living in HDC properties, we will put every property for sale. The occupiers, not the people you paying a rent to, you know. Because a lot of PNM people, former ministers, current ministers, UNC people, they were awarded houses in HDC that they are now renting to other people. Again, that contradicts the remit of the Housing Development Corporation. Like Victoria Keys and Diego Martin, that was built to be sold to low-income people, that Rudal Monilal came in and added his 500 million to, and then it became too expensive for poor people, so middle-class people came to live next to Powder Magazine, and the government said, it's too expensive for the rich people, so we will subsidize it for them. So we're subsidizing just for poor people anymore. We're subsidizing for friends and financiers of the PNM. Janice,
Yes.
the HDC needs to be audited.
I agree.
We need to identify the value of the housing stock.
Yep.
We need to know in whose names these leases have been granted.
Yes.
We need to confront all of the wrongdoing that is taking place, because the HDC, at a cursory glance, is worth about $50 billion.
Yep.
Trinidadians need to understand the kind of money we're talking about here. So immediately, and to all the people who are living in an HDC house under a Progressive Empowerment Party government, you will no longer have to maintain a party card to own your home. The PEP will have an evaluation done on all properties and subsidized across the board.
Correct.
All of the tenants will be given the opportunity to buy. Anybody who has an HDC property that is renting it out will be prosecuted. And we will tear up
Because it's the contract.
we will tear up any lease, any deed, any contract that is illegal. We will make sure that the properties are sold to the people that need it the most. And then a Progressive Empowerment Party government will undertake to evaluate every citizen's housing needs and to make financing available, zero deposit, zero interest for up to 30 years. You don't have to buy a HDC ghetto complex. You could find the house of your dreams. You could build the house of your dreams, deal with the government, and get a proper house.
Well, that is the way it should be. Because what is the purpose of
How
government?
Rahal will make money under that situation?
He won't. Definitely not. But the whole purpose of government is to see about the well-being of its citizens, including their housing needs.
Absolutely, and we must make sure jobs for all must be a priority, and
Correct.
anybody who has a job that wants to own a home must be assisted. Any government that do those two things will right size and save this country.
Yep.
Trinidad is broken. Somebody was just talking to me about the time spent in traffic, 3-4 hours, 250,000 people. If you estimate everybody being worth at the lowest end, $10 an hour, $10 an hour, that is $6 billion a year lost to traffic.
Correct. Yes.
Because when you spend in France, Germany, they just passed a law that time spent in commute on the way to work is work. Pay them for that.
Yeah.
Pay them for that. Because it is the responsibility of the employer, especially in this case, the state, that moves 250,000 people. So when people ask me, when we say we will move all the government offices out of Port of Spain, put them in the center of the island to make the travel equidistant for everybody, people ask where that money coming from. That $6 billion a year lost to traffic, and as an underestimator, is plenty more than that. But once you move that out, that $6 billion, see all those buildings Manning built? All those buildings Manning built, he knew what I am telling you. Since the 80s, this country knew that the solution to traffic in this country is not no racket rail, that they spent $560 million back. Patrick Manning. Patrick Manning, people want to bury Saint Manning under the cathedral. That's why the cross fall off the cathedral and break. They curse the place. Want to bury Saint Manning, who spent $560 million for a blasted study. A study.
Yes.
The racket rail study.
Yep.
Saint Manning, who gave out scholarships to journalists and friends and financiers, Louis Leasing daughter-in-law, Her husband is the president of the Publishers and Broadcasters Association. She got a $500,000 scholarship to study what? This country needs a government that will go in there with hard bristle broom and black disinfectant and clean out the entire past history, 56 years of corruption, mismanagement, and abuse of public office. Janice, you think we want to take some calls? The switchboard already lighting up. But the only way I'm taking calls today is we have to use the speaker. Could we use the speaker and the mic? Yeah, let me do that.
Good morning.
This country has been suffering so many times by all governments, in the sense of you are trying to work honestly, the money is left every day, especially with this regime, I'll be honest with you, and the people, and we are suffering more than anything, and everybody, I mean, you are coming with some good, great ideas, great things to change this country. I am just saying, I'm not saying you, but when people, in politics, when people go for election, when they talk all this nice stuff, and as they reach there, my brother, they have forgotten the people. Let's face it, all government that pass through this country, they'll talk nice and everything, and when they reach there, so it is a trust that who they will put there. And I will vote you definitely. If you have a party prerogative, I will vote you and my family, because it's sickening to see the condition. For this down here, you have to reach. Say you're living from a mile away from Princeton, you're taking 1 hour. Imagine that. There's traffic, there's chaos. The business people, they park their trucks and their vehicles in the road like they don't care to offload. As if a man just stop one side to drop somebody, they want to get a ticket. But the businessmen clog this place. Town and Country, I wonder how you will give Town and Country to business place without car park, without this, and let them park in the road and offload goods. Is this a lawful thing? Mr. Alexander, look in these things when you come in government. Thank you.
I want to say to that caller, and I want to say to you, Claire Isabel, I feel your pain. I want to tell you something, I tell Trinidadians. You see, this donkey Keith Rowley went and tell people he didn't want a job. So when I say that now, it sounds like, well, everybody's saying that. But the reason I talk as plain as I talk is to make the point that I'm not trying to fool anybody, and I agree with you. I don't trust any politician. If I could find another name to call what we do, I'd call it that. I hate that every single person could have as their experience in this country total despair and mistrust of every politician, because every political party that has come into power, Janice,
That is so true.
we have betrayed the
Yes.
people's trust.
Yes.
628-9595, 628-3131. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Turn on your radio, please. Oh, good. Could kill that. Callers, when you're calling, if you don't mind, turn down your radio. We know you want to hear yourself, but we want to hear you too. But back on this point, because we need to address this issue. The people have no faith in politicians, and they're damn right.
Correct. But you see, again, as I keep telling everybody, this is like a bad relationship where you've been abused by two lovers before. And here it is, another man comes into your life, or a woman comes into your life and says, look, I intend to do X, Y, and Z. And you kind of shy away because of your too bad experience.
But your experience,
But you gotta give the third man a chance, because he will treat you, if he says he's gonna treat you like a queen, and he treats you like a queen.
This is Janice Lemon Cricky giving you love advice this morning. Yeah.
Right?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Senator Philip Alexander, and to your colleague in studio there. Hello.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, caller, go ahead.
All right, okay. In relation to the first caller who called just now there, I just have one thing to say. The citizens of this country who is the vote coming for each government, they have to have belly. Because, okay, if the government can come and talk nice and gain the trust of the people to vote for them, and when they see they do the total opposite, sitting down there and complaining will not change anything. Regardless of what the PNM and the UNC use that strategy for years, right? And hear what I have to say. Any other parties going to come up to rule this country again, they're going to go with the same thing. Because let me tell you something, when they hear you step in that parliament,
He ran out of money. Okay, caller, I want to finish your thought for you, and I want you to understand something. That this must not sound boastful, But you hear my ability. You all have been hearing me talk for a long time. You hear what I say, how I speak. You see the people that I'm surrounded with. The Progressive Empowerment Party it has no shortage of critical, bright, powerful thinkers, advocates, brave, courageous people. If we were in this just to get money and blue lights, you don't think we would have just joined the PNM and the UNC?
Correct.
It's easier to climb the mountain on the shallow side. We climbing it cliff face first. We are coming here to you to build a brand new organization that your mommy and your tanty and your papi didn't vote for. So you have to deal with all of those issues on top of everything else. Yeah? That's our reality. And you, the voter, have to take responsibility for the country. They say no one raindrop ever thinks itself as having caused the flood. It is the collective effort of us, what we do, what we don't do, what we fail to do, what we say we do, all of those things together is this country. Trinidad and Tobago is supposed to be one of the most blessed countries on planet Earth. It isn't.
Correct. Not only that, the other two, the current government and the previous government, they have had the opportunity to correct this whole all the issues that we are experiencing now, but they have not. In fact, every day you open the newspapers, there's always some form of corruption being made known to the public. But the thing is, we as a new party coming in, we intend to do what we say we're going to do. And not only that, as you said this morning on TV6, the first thing we're going to work on is recall. So if you are not
fire
happy,
us.
Correct.
Fire us. But Janice, I want to ask you a question. And we hold the calls for a minute. How is it that Singapore don't have the smuggling, the drugs and the guns that we have? How come New York City don't have it? And I'll tell you why. Because when you have a Coast Guard who is funded and empowered to do a job, because I want whoever is the commander of the Coast Guard today to account for the drugs that we found Stuart Young's stepdaughter sitting down on top of. Because we don't make cocaine here. When the Prime Minister said that there are 30,000 illegal guns in this country, the Coast Guard let it pass. And the Coast Guard have to answer. And the commander from the top down has to tell this nation, what are you all doing? We are spending $9 billion a year on national security. We have 9 boats perpetually tied. They're like milk cow. They tie for good. We have Coast Guard boats that all they have to do is bounce the friggin' starter and drive round and round the island. But we're not in that business. We're not in the stop and check business. We're not in the security borders business. Why we have a Coast Guard? And every damn government that come to power picking up billions and going and spending Australia and China and Japan and America to buy boats. For what? The commander of the Coast Guard today, if he wanted, today, could secure this nation's borders with them 9 boats and a radar. This is not rocket science. We're doing this since World War II. Since World War II, they know how to secure a port. Since World War II, they know how to check by radar and see who coming where. We have 9 boats. We have 10 more boats coming. We have 15 boats by Colm partner down in Chagaramas. Where is the Coast Guard? Because you see, and I said this morning on TV6, if the Coast Guard did its job, Rowley could then stunt for them and say, look, $6 million in cash. Bring him on for Zero and the rest of the TV people. Look, 6 million. You see the 6 million cash? Now that we've secured the borders, now that the Coast Guard have gotten off their collective rear ends and are securing the borders, no more guns passing.
But how can they get off? How can they secure the
Anchor
borders?
them. Don't tell them to have gas.
The boats not
Iowa
working.
George will bring diesel for them out at
Boats
sea.
Not working.
Anchor them.
They can't leave the
If
port.
you anchored in Chagaramas, in Hartscott, anchor them out 3 miles out at sea.
But the boats can't even get to
Iowa
the sea.
George will bring diesel for
All
them.
right.
I was saying the diesel business. Let me say this morning we are joined by executive member of the Progressive Empowerment Party. Better late than never, Anthony Defoe.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
I hope you was listening on the way.
I was.
Janice said this morning interview is fire.
Yes. yes, Trinidad and Tobago. Facts.
$6 million, Tony. Imagine Rowley Now that the Coast Guard say, boss, nothing coming in this country that we ain't check. You're safe. We lock it down. Imagine they just tell us foolishness. Like we can't afford diesel in a Coast Guard boat, but you're going and buying more boat from Ostal.
But we
We
can't
can't afford diesel in the
Look,
boats that we have.
Philip-
You could hire fishermen in the pirogue.
Boy, as I now come into that, because I do
You
not
can't.
live.
You can't anymore.
All right,
Regular,
all right.
regular gas. They don't have regular gas.
Again.
Yes, anyway, correct. And the fishermen up in
Go on.
Athens.
Where's Gary Aboud? Where's fisherman, friend of the sea?
Thank you.
Well, I think he
Thank
said
you.
he has advised the
I am
fishermen to sue the
fed
government.
up. I am from today, I am fed up and I am not tolerating any more foolishness. We pay them on the UNC. I will expose their nonsense. And I want the Coast Guard. Trinidad and Tobago, everybody, write on your Facebook status, ask the commander of the Coast Guard what you're getting paid for.
Simple.
That's a good question.
Simple.
What we paying the Coast Guard for?
Exactly.
If we can't guard the coast, I mean, your job description is in the name.
That's right.
Use the Coast Guard, guard the coast.
Philip, you cannot
Let
have...
them vex. Watch man, the whole Kelshaw family vex with me now. Because I ask him questions. Kelshaw on the Coast Guard. Oh, Christ, man. People dying in this country. Every time a murder committed in this country is an illegal gun. We don't make gun.
They're making them in Venezuela now.
Stuart young daughter didn't make that cocaine.
Correct.
So what
Correct.
about the... What
That
about
came here by sea. What about the lecturer who jump off in sea drawers? What about the donkeys and the cows and the goats? What is the Coast Guard doing? Shut it down. Give it to amalgamated security to run.
We're safe, boy.
What you want to tell you? What you want to tell you?
Oh, partner.
What you want to tell you? When Reginald McLean could send me pictures morning, noon, and night and say, look the boats, look the boats, look the boats. If you not guarding the coast, of what purpose are you?
Yeah.
collecting a salary under false pretenses?
Now, Janice, imagine.
No, but you're setting a budget for the Coast Guard, for the armed services at Trinidad and Tobago. Where that money going? What's the purpose?
Sell the Coast Guard boats. People want more party boats.
Yeah.
Go and party on the Coast Guard boat. Rent them out. Rent them out.
Yeah,
Rent
we might
them
make
out.
money, good money
Rent
in
them out
GDP.
to Schoon and them from Soca. Rent them to Gillette. Go and run more party boat. Trinidad is one upside down, inside out, twist wrong country. We live in lies and accepting lies and foolishness.
Yeah.
The Coast Guard, if our Coast Guard can't do it, call Trump. Donald, we want to rent some Coast Guard service from you. How much you charging me? Paying you in pitch. We have plenty pitch. Do like the Chinese.
No, but you are
They
absolutely
say,
correct.
They say it's a bottomless pitch lake. Donald, come and set up your shipyard next to the Chinese shipyard and take all the pitch that you need to pay for us to get our Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Just protect my coast. Because then, I as Prime Minister Rowley, I come in with this $60 million because he say 30,000 illegal guns. So I tell people, $1,000 a gun. Police tell me, them copy you, them talking that $1,000 a gun, and we bringing in gun, and them gain we talk and excuses. Not so, sire. To the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, men and women of law enforcement, when the Progressive Empowerment Party say, bring in a gun, you're getting $2,000. You see the $60 million? Bring your gun, rest it down, take your $2,000 and go.
Yeah.
Live on TV. This is Christmas time. If I was a police officer, but I bring in 100 guns. I paid off my mortgage one time. All them bandit climbing mango tree trying to hide from me. Because police know all who doing whatever in this country.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give police the chance to rock back and drive Mercedes and BMW, not from drug money, from working hard, incentivize and motivate them.
Man.
To them fellas who want to tell me they don't getting paid, miss me with that
From
bullshit.
Trinidad, all they find that making sense.
Incentivize and motivate the police.
That ain't making sense to you. You ain't think that in itself will bring some type of...
Donkey go bar people talking outside there. Listen, man, this country easy to fix. It's a rock in the sea. It's a 2x4 postage stamp.
Correct.
Shut down the borders. Incentivize $60 million. Give it to police. We have 6,000 police. That means every police officer have a chance to come out of this gun eradication exercise with a nice piece of change.
Yeah. Just so. Just so.
Nice piece of change. Fix up your house.
Yeah.
Fix up your trading your wife. Trading your car.
Yeah, you.
Janice was
Go ahead, partner.
Janice was giving love tips earlier.
Oh God, no, but Trinidad and Tobago is a serious thing, though. It's very, very
I
serious.
telling the Coast Guard,
Very, very serious.
cuss me name. Say, Philip, you know what you're talking about, but say it while you're out at sea securing the borders.
Correct.
Cuss me.
Yeah.
But talk me, you ain't gonna be the first. Sure, you ain't gonna be the last. Go out at sea, and while all you sit down there watching the coastline,
Yeah.
cuss my name. I don't mind. Your name Coast Guard, guard the blasted coast.
Yeah.
What is going on in this country? Stop the flow of guns and drugs. Stop the flow of guns and drugs. Stop the flow of guns and drugs. And save Trinidad and Tobago. Unstuff every container on the port.
That is the next
Unstuff every container on the port. Gregory Aboud of Doma don't want that because he said it will slow down business. I say it is better we slow down business and save lives.
That's right.
Secure the borders, unstuff the containers on the port. That's two ways. Stop the guns and the drugs. We don't make drugs, we don't make guns. Stop them. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Wayne Sturge is the #1 criminal attorney in this country, and Wayne said 71% of all cases before the court, marijuana cases. Decriminalize marijuana.
I agree.
Get that off the statutes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Decriminalize marijuana.
Yeah.
California have the 6th largest economy in the world now growing marijuana.
Correct.
Let we grow marijuana and all that
And
county
export
land
it.
that all you're selling to people to build strip
Yeah.
mall and party
Yeah.
boat, movie town. See that? Grow marijuana, decriminalize it, grow it, export
And
it.
there's a market out there for
There's a
it because
massive market
Canada
for it.
just
But there's a huge
Pay
medicinal.
off the
This is a
national
billion-dollar
debt. Pay off the
industry.
debt, Tony. Pay off the debt.
Forget about the recreational use of cannabis, marijuana, otherwise known here in Trinidad. The medicinal usage and applications for marijuana at this point in the game, because right now corporate America and a lot of corporate entities around the world now starting to invest heavy money
correct.
in the
15
cannabis
minutes,
industry.
In 15 minutes, you just solved all the problems in this country. In 15 minutes, we just give people jobs, houses.
Yeah.
We just stop the drug trade, the flow of guns, and we decriminalize
Correct.
marijuana.
Correct.
90% of the people in jail on marijuana charge.
That's right.
Yeah.
On marijuana charge.
MTDJ.
MTDJ.
And I say
You
yes.
gotta make room for some of them 1%.
Ah, God! Say it! Tell them, brother! Tell them, take your time and say it. I want Trinidad and Tobago to hear you
Listen.
clearly.
Listen.
Start over there.
No,
You want to clear the
Tony.
jails. Hold on, Trinidad, hold on.
You see all of those who abuse public office? I want Herbert Volney with that big mouth he has.
Yes.
Put
That's
him
our
on
next
TV.
one.
Bring Herbert on Fazil. Herbert Volney have plenty mouth. Meet me on Fazil show tomorrow and explain to this nation how you use your position as a member of parliament and a government minister and you perverted the course of natural justice, hijacked the parliament to write section 34 and you have spent 1 day in jail.
Aye.
Explain that to me.
Aye.
That is you admitted to misbehaving in public
Yes.
office and then prosecute you.
Yes.
They prosecute you.
Yet. He ain't get prosecuted
Newsday,
yet.
owned by a man. Anyway, Newsday publishing Faris telling the nation, girls texting him and making him blush. What we want to hear about is Keith Rowley and AV Oil. That's what we want to hear about Newsday. You're wasting column inches and precious printing ink.
That's right. Yeah. Let's talk about the issues. But they're not doing that.
They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that. A kiss before dying. One of the newspapers have that as the headline. I said today on TV6. Gary Griffith, they call him Gary Super Gary.
First time of the year.
Because Gary doing his job.
Job, yeah.
You
Yeah.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Janice, I want to ask you a question. They're seeing a commissioner of police actually doing his job and they're excited. Imagine a chief justice doing his job.
Yeah.
Imagine you appoint a Super Gary in the judiciary and you tell them, put a clock on all cases.
Yes.
3 years for civil matters, 5 years for criminal matters. Get it done and dusted. That's how it's done in the civilized world.
Yeah.
That's how no sort of time wasting,
Yeah, too much
needless adjournments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appearance fee after appearance fee for lawyer for a case that should be dealt with in 6 months that's going on for 6 years. This is the madness of Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine a Super Gary at the helm of the judiciary
Yep.
that put a time clock on all cases so that we clear up the backlog. Imagine a Super Gary. Because once we get people doing their jobs, the jobs will get done.
Correct.
Correct.
Gary is showing Just do your job and the country will start to make sense. Imagine the Chief Justice saying to the people today, everything from today go forward will be a case on a clock. Everything behind is a cold case. I'll split my judges in two. And when the cold case is cleared up, everybody will come and work on these. But justice delayed is justice denied, and we need to address that.
Correct.
Imagine you put a super Gary in the DPP's office
Oh God.
to go after, because we know it's trillions of dollars missing.
Yes.
We have a rogues gallery.
Yeah.
People call names. We just hear names that people call. Calder, Johnny O, Steve, Ish. We just hear these names. We don't know. We can't know. It's not our job. And the media telling us that Faris blushing. So the media not doing their job.
Correct.
Imagine you put a super Gary in the DPP's office
Yeah.
with investigatory powers to go after all of those who have plundered this nation's treasury. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine you put a super Gary as the Minister of Education. As the Minister of Education this morning, today, well, school closed, but every single day that a school is open in this country, that we do not have security at every entrance, making sure that guns and weapons are not being smuggled into the school. We're putting 200,000 students and all the teachers and administrators at risk.
Correct. It is just too much. I mean, and there seems to be no effort in solving these things.
Why
or
Clarence
dealing with the
Rambarat?
issues.
Why Clarence Rambarat doesn't want to be super Clarence and start to grow food? Grow food. Janice, a breadfruit.
Taking money out of people's pockets.
A
isn't it?
breadfruit, one breadfruit could feed 5 people. A breadfruit is the only low glycemic starch that is rich in protein. The Americans are calling breadfruit superfood. Forget export. Forget export. Grow breadfruit to consume, because we will stop spending the hundreds of billions of dollars we spend importing wheat flour and serve people a proper nutritious breakfast. That will save you money down the road in the Ministry of Health. Why super
Correct.
Clarence?
Yeah.
Don't grow breadfruit. We could start exporting avocados. You know, $1.5 billion Mexico makes exporting avocado.
Correct.
Mexico is the 14th largest economy in the world now. Why Trinidad and Tobago can't be
Can't
up
be
there
doing
playing
those
with them?
things, man.
Why we can't play those games there at that level? Why?
Because
Why
there's,
we can't
no will,
put?
there's no will to do it, you see. There's no will.
Why you can't get
No
a super?
political
Why
will.
why Faris can't be super Faris and do his blasted job? The issues that need addressing by the Attorney General. We need an audit of all our laws. We just strike off laws on the books that don't make sense anymore.
Correct.
That don't,
That's
that
right.
they don't make
Oh,
sense.
that's right.
They don't apply anymore.
Where's the
We need-
evolution
we
in our
need-
laws?
We need laws that puts the power of government back in the hands of the people. Every political party, PNM, UNC, COP for a while, talk, recall referendum, fix election date, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Those laws, we've seen the power of the parliament to write a law. They wrote a repeal law for section 34 in 24 hours.
Yes. Yes. So when there's a will,
When
there's
there's
a
a will,
will.
there's a way.
There's a way.
Yeah.
There's no political will.
Why the Attorney General, the Central Bank Governor, the Minister of Finance, all 3 of them don't become supermen and put regulations on the financial sector so that depositors will start by getting the interest
On
their
their
money
savings. Yeah.
and write off all of these usurious fees, rapacious fees that the bank's charging. Why the Attorney General, the Minister of Finance, the Central Bank Governor can't work as supermen and solve that problem? Those are the laws we need. Not laws that silence people more and deplete and take away human rights and essential civil rights.
Again, they have their agenda, Philip.
Yeah,
They
but
have
again,
their
but you
agenda.
see, again, I mean, I read a post this morning on Facebook where somebody said that the people of this country are stupid. I mean, these are the kinds of comments that people are putting out there
Yeah,
on
but
Facebook
Janice,
about the
you
people.
also
But
have
no,
to
hold
remember-
on, no, hold on. You know, so it just goes to show
Like
that
poll the listeners. Yes or no? Do you think Trinidadians are stupid? 628-9595, 628-3131.
Yeah, because-
Call in and tell us yes or no. Do you think Trinidadians are stupid?
people, that's right. And it's amazing.
Put on your headphones there. Let me go in.
Morning,
Good
morning.
morning, good morning.
I think I have a pen.
Stupid with a capital S. I made a pen there.
Wait, what? Pen?
Yeah. caller. I hearing how jaded you are. I hearing how cynical you are, and I agree. Janice, we have one vote for yes. Stick up in there, caller. You gotta stick up in there. You're giving evidence. You're giving evidence. You gotta hold that, caller. You gotta stick up in there. You're going forward there. 628-9595, 628-3131. Do you think that we are stupid? Yes or no?
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Peach.
Yeah. That's right.
PH, you're blasted right. We had to take other callers, though. We had to take other callers, but thank
I
you for
like
your
you. I like
contribution.
you, caller.
Hello,
Too
good
bad.
day. 628-9595, 628-3131.
Morning.
morning.
Are we stupid? We
Yeah.
pass stupid. Thank you
Yeah.
for that call. We're very stupid. 628-9595, 628-3131. Good morning, caller. Are we stupid? No, are we the people of Trinidad and Tobago? Are we stupid? We're not stupid?
Explain.
I think we're
Well,
too
of
stupid to
course.
understand. Thank you, caller. 628-9595, 628-3131. Good morning. Are we stupid?
Morning.
Good morning.
What's that mean, caller? You're voting PEP next election.
Well, there are people out there who are saying the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid.
You're saying that's why we are how we are, that we're
Correct.
stupid. 628-9595, 628-3131. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Are we stupid?
Morning.
Are the people of Trinidad and Tobago stupid? Thank you, my friend.
Nice.
Well said. Well said. Thank you. 628-9595, 628-3131. We're having a poll. Are we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, stupid?
Morning.
628-9595, 628-3131. Good morning. Are we stupid?
Morning.
I'm bringing them.
Yeah.
Anybody that want to be a part of the redevelopment of Trinidad and Tobago are welcome on board.
Yes.
Thank you, my caller. 628-9595, 628-3131. Good day. Are we a stupid people? No, man. Don't say that now, man. Fazir is a good soul. Fazir is a good soul. Hey, what you gonna do? As I tell him this morning, I say if you only start to talk how you really want to talk, they will fire you. You forget Suruj went on TTT and fired him, man. Or Fazir, no. 628-9595, 628-3131. We're doing a poll. Are we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago,
Stupid.
hello?
Morning.
Come on. Yeah, but you had to pick. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
And while we're waiting on the other callers, let me say a compliment of the season to everybody on behalf of the PEP. Good morning. Are we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, stupid?
Morning.
Is that a yes or no?
I think he said just a certain party. Hello, good morning. Are we stupid? We stupid, but
To slow the economy down.
I want to tell you something, Kola. We have the power of the vote, and in a quick space of time, we will have an election. They can't avoid it. And I want to say this to you. I want to answer you. Rather than shutting down and slowing down, what I want Trinidad and Tobago to do is to vote themselves a government that will come into office and prosecute all of those vampires and get our money back. That is more important. Yes, we are a very corrupt nation, but the Progressive Empowerment Party will change the way business is done in Trinidad and Tobago. Your vote is critical. Your vote is critical. Your voice is critical. You need to not stop telling people, be ready, make sure you're registered, organize your clothes for election morning from now. There are people who stop me and tell me, boy, Philip, I can't wait. I want to stick my hand in the ink all up by my elbow. You too, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh.
Tony, you think we stupid, right?
Boy, stupid at time the word.
Kobo P on me, 6289. Hey, talk to me.
Morning.
You stupid.
All right, thank you.
56 years of PNM and UNC, we can't be stupid.
Yeah.
628-9595, 628-3131. The last two calls we taking it. What was the percentage you're looking at there? 90% saying we're stupid. 628-9595, 628-3131. Let's take some more calls there. Operator.
Morning. Hello.
Hey. Tony, you hear what I want to say?
Yeah.
Thank you for that call.
Thank you.
I think we can wrap up that now. We can stop taking calls now. We can address this issue because we need
One
to
more.
talk about this. You're taking one more. We're taking one more. Call
Good
to
morning.
give you his feedback. Hello, good morning. You hearing us? I think we lost that call. So just take one more. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
How you think that causing this thing? He gone? Hello, good morning. Hello? Yeah, hello, good morning. Thank you, my friend. That was a loving hug up of a call. Let me tell you, when the PNM and the UNC communications people hear that I on a radio station or a TV station, and they have to, go ahead.
Go ahead. Hello.
Morning.
This is the last call. Make it count. I guess
Selfish.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Absolutely, you talk it up. Caller. Caller, I had to tell you, some of the points you're making, you're correct, but you can't be so absolutely certain because in our lifetime, women got the vote, civil rights became a reality, a black president was elected to office in the United States. Change comes, the people just want to have the need for change and the opportunity for change, and I think that the Progressive Empowerment Party presents that. Yeah? Alright, so that's it for the calls. We're not going to take any more calls now, and I want to say, just to add more to that, this idea and this concept, because 66% of the people vote, that means 33% of the people do not vote, and those are equal thirds. If the 33% of the people who do not vote come out and vote, they will have an impact on the government of their country.
Yes.
They need to take responsibility
Correct.
too. It's not enough to say, well, I don't like PNM and I don't like UNC, so I'm not voting. You have options now.
Yeah.
Correct.
You have real alternatives now. And Trinidadians have to stop being stooges of the 1% and the moneyed class operating the PNM and the UNC. They have to stop buying and selling themselves for cheap.
Correct.
That's correct.
Your vote worth $100 million. And you selling your vote for a jersey and a ham sandwich and a two
Or a bottle of
blues,
scotch.
a bottle of scotch. This is nonsense.
Yeah.
But Trinidadians, and unfortunately, I blame Eric Williams. If he was the father of the nation, he abused all the children.
Yeah. He didn't look out for the children's best
The
interests.
legacy of Eric Williams
Yeah.
is a failed nation. Nothing works.
Correct.
Nothing works in Trinidad and Tobago.
That's true. Not only that, you have where we are all seeing the breaking of the law by the current government. Do you know now that citizens are breaking the law willfully now? And an example of that is putting up of barriers to block their roads, and it's not a private road.
That is anarchy.
You know, I mean,
That
it's
is
amazing.
high class anarchy. So it started.
everybody
It started.
now putting up
Bayshore.
barriers.
Bayshore started. Now Westmoreland's Roland Road put it up. So anybody now could put up wherever they want, any gates, any obstacles that they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I now looking to see if I can put up a gate on my street.
Yeah, I want to put up one on mine too. Of course, I've been going to the Ironwoods place and checking out some iron. And
I one step ahead of all. I want to put up a parlor and sell Tulum and Benny balls. Trinidadians are accepting mediocrity as standard operating practice procedure. It cannot be.
Yeah.
Cannot continue.
We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to develop self-respect, damn it.
Yep. And the thing is, a lot of Trinidadians are traveled people.
So
they know what
and we
goes
come
on
back
in the
here and
first
tolerate
world
foolishness.
countries.
Look at this street that we are on. Look at it. This is a major thoroughfare. This is the road from Dragrit Road to Movie Town.
Put up a barrier.
No, but look at the condition of the road. On the corner of this street is one of the oldest primary schools in Trinidad and Tobago, under construction, 8 years now.
Yes, that is such a
It
sad
can't
state.
finish construct because they want 2 generations to change and leave and forget that this was ever Woodbrook Government School. So a 1%er could pass and pick it up because it is a very lucrative property.
Spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is how we work in this country. We get caught up in the thick of thin things. We get distracted by foolishness. I tell people, I don't care about Stuart Young's daughter. I want to know who bring the drugs.
Yeah.
What about the man who was driving the BMW that delivered the drugs? Whatever happened to him?
But we don't know if he delivered the drugs. But what I am saying is, having gone there to film the Bayshore Gates, because the Bayshore Gates is outside that complex,
Correct.
that place have a security guard 24/7. Somebody park up and offload that mountain of drugs.
Correct.
The security guard must have seen when stuff was moving. There are cameras all around the project, all around the property. You're trying to tell me if you wanted the big fish, you couldn't get the big fish? Never set a little small
Small
fish
fries.
Small fries.
that you hold.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we spend, I tell people, we get our jollies attacking this little girl, this little wayward Nowherean. I don't care about her. That is when she mother, she father, she stepfather, she stepmother, she aunties and she aunties to deal with. My concern is, we don't make cocaine here.
Where it come from?
How that cocaine reach
In the
there?
country. Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
How it reach there?
Yeah, and why is media not following that every step of the way? Every day you have journalists going on in the field, talking to Gary, talking to people within the community in that area, talking to the relevant authorities. Why is media not taking those steps?
600 million coke in Mona, 600 million Norfolk, Virginia, 400 million to Canada, 200 million to Vietnam, $1 billion to Spain. That is the coke that they catch.
Yeah.
What about the coke that pass?
Yeah.
That's
Because
true.
they don't have 100% batting average.
Correct.
If they have a 50% batting average, that means a next $5 billion worth of cocaine pass through this country. How is it passing?
You being very generous.
How
there,
is
you
it
know, brother.
passing?
50%.
People telling me ambulance and TNT truck. I even hear police car moving cocaine.
Boy, that what we
But
have
was it
found.
How Janice Lemon Cricky, PRO of the Progressive Empowerment Party, Anthony Defoe, citizen of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I want to ask both of you all something. In the 80s, there was a Scott drug report
Yes.
that told this country Trinidad and Tobago is a narco pipeline. And we've, since then, intercepted hundreds of millions and billions of dollars worth of cocaine passing through these shores.
And not a man
How come there's not
convicted.
been another commission of inquiry? Because a commission of inquiry would bring the commander of the Coast Guard to answer why are our coasts not secure?
Because it's in somebody's interest not
No,
for it to go any
I
further.
don't even want to answer the question, I want to ask it. We have an army running and jumping through hoops day and night, training. Training for what I don't know. That army could be repurposed as homeland security. So the Coast Guard responsible for the sea, Homeland Security responsible for the shore, and Super
Correct,
Gary and the
yes.
police responsible for everything else. You tell me to this day, how come Manning, Pandey, Kamala, Rowley didn't dawn on them to have a commission of inquiry into the drug trade in Trinidad and Tobago to identify who the players are to fix it once and for all?
Now, what I would say to that is, why am I, as a past prime minister, going and do that for if I already know who the players are?
Exactly. All you're doing is wasting the
You
taxpayers'
see,
money.
you are saying something that a cynical Trinbagonian will say.
Yes.
I am saying something as a citizen of a country that wants the government to do the job it is paid for. That's the Prime Minister's job. Mr. Man, we have a drug problem in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Your Minister of National Security stepdaughter was arrested sitting on a mountain of coke.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hear that sentence again. Your Minister of National Security stepdaughter was arrested sitting on a mountain of cocaine.
Yeah.
You don't tell me that is not a critical issue of urgent. Why hasn't Kamala, Mr. Speaker, a matter of urgent national interest? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why is
Because
Moodilal,
it's very, very
stuntman extraordinaire,
Yeah.
not talking about the cocaine empires that operate this country?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. I'm glad you bring that. I'm very, very glad you spin it into that direction, because again, I keep saying, I am bewildered as to know the purpose of the UNC right now in opposition, because as far as I would understand,
Also ran.
but there's
When they have a race, first, second, and third, the last 7 also ran.
yeah.
You never hear that?
Oh, that's a new one.
You catch what I'm got
My
there.
father told me that. If you're not first, second, or third, you also ran.
No, but
My father else said,
but it's serious, boy.
No, but Tony,
It's serious.
a
What does it
progressive
mean?
empowerment party government will put the power of government back in the hands of the people.
People, that is what is needed.
That is the mission, that is the job.
And Trinidad and Tobago, you have question about the reality of that fact. Come down to 19 stand.
But they're
up,
talking, they
man.
want to call names in this party and attack our characters, but they're watching our country with the government and the business class. I asked yesterday, if the Chamber of Commerce only represents a handful of business interests that are members to them, who represents the rest of business in Trinidad and Tobago?
That's a very
You
good
see,
question.
if there was somebody representing the rest of business in
Business,
Trinidad and Tobago,
yes.
Kiss Baking
Yes.
Company couldn't be breaking the
Correct.
law, selling bread on the pavement to cut small
Correct.
bakeries' throats.
Correct.
But I am calling on all small bakeries and small bakery owners in Trinidad and Tobago to contact the Progressive Empowerment Party. We are calling a national symposium on this issue. We have lawyers. We are not letting this go. It is either the regional corporations who have admitted under the Freedom of Information Act that Kiss Baking Company have no permission. And the regional corporations have one choice now. Either legitimize Kiss or stop them from selling. And if they legitimize Kiss, then every other bakery could come out on the pavement
that's
too.
right.
Come out on
That's
the pavement
right.
too. Either way, we're going to level the
That's
place.
right.
Either way, this is guerrilla marketing. It is obscene.
But that's my point. If they so insist they do not want to do anything where Kiss Baking Company is concerned, plighting their trade on the sidewalk, give them authority to do so, and as well as extend that to the citizenry themselves.
Yeah, the vendors.
Again,
Especially in town.
but
If
this
you
is
can
it.
sell doubles on the sidewalk, I should be able to sell pilau.
This is
Yeah.
it. This is it.
I want to sell a beef pilau,
This
avocado,
is
a small
it.
plate.
This is it.
4 o'clock in the
Regularize
morning.
it.
Yeah.
4 o'clock in
Regularize
the morning
it.
after party, you want more than just a double.
Regularize it.
Stew chicken,
Regularize
avocado.
it. Because
I'm being facetious and I'm making a joke.
I have a problem when you have in Port of Spain, Arima, and San Fernando, you have the auxiliary police coming and moving people's stuff from on the sidewalk or
But in Chaguanas, a little woman was arrested for selling PTSD bus tickets, sweeties, and cigarettes.
yeah.
She was arrested. She's on $10,000 bail. She have about 9 cases against her. But the Kiss Baking Company
Could just do what the hell it is they want to do when they want, wherever
in
they want
Chase
in the
Village,
country.
I did a video showing
Man.
down by the corner of Limehead Road that Kiss is selling in a drain.
Yeah, oh God, yes.
You know they open a branch across the road.
I don't know
So they're in the
how-
drain and they're across the road. They
I
have two now.
don't understand how people could be even buying the product.
But where's the health authority? Don't
Exactly.
you need to have
You know
when
Food
look
badges.
bro, but I have a little catering business. I have a little small restaurant, and you have the Ministry of Health coming and seeing me and want to
How much business you own? Use a junior 1%.
No.
peptrenbego@gmail.com is our primary email address. peptt.com is our website. I think it's under reconstruction right now.
Correct.
3474 PEP is our hotline. PEP app, PEP app, that is the PEP app, is available on all app stores. It's free of charge. You can download it. All of these ways are ways to contact the Progressive Empowerment Party.
All come down to 19 Stanmore Avenue, Port of Spain on a Saturday.
On Facebook, we control one of the largest political groups. It's called Stand Up TNT. We have a Progressive Empowerment Party official page, PEP Progressive Empowerment Party page, and there are many ways to get involved and to make yourself available for part of this rescue that wants to undo and redo the madness that is Trinidad and Tobago. We want to save our country for us and for the future generations. If you want to be a part of that, join us. Tony, take a minute.
Yes, well, Trinidad, again, I hope that you listened and you heard and assimilated the information that was dispensed to you this morning. Again, it's all factual information. You need proof. Go Google it. Google whatever you've heard today on air, and you would see the facts for yourself. And again, you want to get even more information as to the proposals we want to present to the nation and moving our nation to a
Message all
first
of
world
us.
status. Yes.
Yeah. I published my number a long time ago, 682-2110.
Yeah,
That is my personal number.
My personal number 688-4012.
Janice, bring us to our close.
Trinidad and Tobago, the citizens of this country need to wake up. They need to start taking cognizance of what is going on in the country. Stand up. The French people are standing up for their rights. We need to stand up for our
Excellent.
rights
Well said.
as well.
Well said. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.
And have a great Christmas
Have a good
season.
one. Bye.